Contraction is the enemy of expansion. 32 energy is the enemy of 23 energy. Stagnancy and closed-mindedness are both enemies of open-mindedness and shifts. Now, ideally, 14 energy would be sufficient enough to initiate a shift, or 23 energy. But the problem we have today is something called cognitive dissonance. Oftentimes, if something goes against, no matter how valid the information, if something that is being heard or learned or observed or taught goes against the current worldview that someone holds, it will oftentimes be refuted. They will attempt to refute it. They will attempt to push it away. They will attempt to argue against it simply because it's a shock. It's a shock in the psyche. It's a shock in the map that they've created. So you have to be patient with these people. Now, let me give you guys an example. When I started my spiritual journey, I was a Christian. I was raised Christian. And my entire thought process was simply wanting to learn more about this being that I prayed to, that I devoted myself to. I wanted to learn more about this being. That's where it all started. And it began, Dr. Michael Heiser, a biblical scholar, but he is also a biblical scholar that points out and teaches about the fact that even the Bible admits to there being multiple gods. And it all started from there. And I started learning more about this. And then Bill Schneblin, right? A Masonic alumni who was teaching about the rituals that go on behind the scenes and things like that. And then it started snowballing, the Illuminati, chemtrails, all of these stereotypical conspiracy theories I've learned about. So if I would have been like, oh no, this isn't true because it goes against my Christian beliefs, I wouldn't have grown. My spiritual awakening wouldn't have been initiated. So when it comes to being open-minded, when it comes to truly being objective and accepting things that make sense, it is a vital aspect of expansion, spiritual ascension. If you want to elevate to the next level, you better open up. Allow newfound information to expand your perspective instead of putting all your energy into trying to fight it. God is in everything. Period. So when you sit here and you talk about divination techniques, if you're someone that honors tarot and honors astrology and honors numerology and recognizes the validity of it and recognizes its presence in everything and everyone, then to say that God is not involved in everything doesn't make sense, does it? God is an energy that permeates all. And nothing happens without God's approval. Because I assure you, if it is not God's will, it will be blocked. And if you continue trying to force something that goes against God's will, it's a foolish endeavor. When it happens in God's timing, it always aligns. So learn to accept God's collective sovereignty.